All right, everyone, we are here with War 7 against 4 Loki. Today, I will be taking in a full-on Purgatory team. So, Hood for Bleed, Synergy, Jean Grey for the Mutant Soul, but without having to fight a mutant. On this map, I believe I take Path 2 in Section 1, Path 8 in Section 2, and then I have 3 shared fights on the shared islands, and then a mini boss on Boss Island. So continuing the Purgatory Wars back to back to back. It does not let up. I'm on War 10 while doing this video, and it's another Purgatory War. So starting out here, Section 1, Path 2. We'll take a look at the placement, but this is usually an easy route to build up some souls. So we have a Mysterio here. Pretty simple. I'm going to alternate parry medium light, medium, parry heavy. Nice thing is we're fighting a tech, so the tech soul is active even if we don't have it, which results in armor break when we fill a bar of power. So that usually armor break messes with Mysterio, but I'm avoiding the repeating combos because I don't want to give him a prowess off neutralize preventing the placebo. But you're going to see once we get into Rampage, this fight is pretty much over after the first special 2. So it was a good place. Mess up the special 1 dash in there, doing dumb things just for potions. So this was a great place to ramp up, especially tech. If I need the passive slow later on in the war, which I do for 2 fights, it's a lot easier to place the passive slow when I already have tech soul. Since a bar of power places an armor break on the opponent. So it's PS1 and you'll eventually get the passive slow. So down Mysterio goes. Next up, Attuma. I've actually done this before this season and this node change. So strike counter we don't worry about. There's no ability power rate. What we do worry about is the root, and typically we're going to want a special ready anytime that's about to place on us. If not, we don't panic. We just try to either prevent them from throwing a special attack, or we hope that once they throw a special attack, we create an opening to throw 1 hit just so that we can get the unblockable back, or unblockable on us instead of it staying with Attuma. So there was probably the worst situation that probably could have happened, and that was being rooted mid special attack and him not coming close enough to retaliate. So took a few hits for it, no big deal. I am special 1 spamming here. That's so that we can regen back some of the thorn damage instead of trying to nuke him down with special 2. And then we have the incinerates when we're in demonic range, so that's going to help us manage some of the hydration charges. But the fact that we have a passive slow means we don't care if he gets to the max charges because he won't be unstoppable. So down he goes. Next up, Path 8. Section 2, Mangog here. This one was a little bit of a worry before going into it, but thanks to the gene synergy and having the mutant soul, it makes this pretty much a nothing fight. Neutralize isn't going to come in clutch for us, taking away the intensify or the supercharge, and I think the supercharge might actually be passive, but we'll find that out together here. It's really just avoiding the intensify that would make the passive power gain worse when he gets that either passive or buff. So I'm going to alternate parry medium light medium, parry heavy until it looks like the fight's pretty much over. Other nice little benefit we've got going on here. 1, we got the skill soul, so him spamming special 1s won't be a big deal because he won't be unstoppable, or we'll have a counter to it. It is a passive gain buff, so passive power gain buff, so we're not stopping that. But the game plan was pretty much push him to special 2, bait it, block it, and because we're fighting a mutant or a mystic, we get the mystic soul benefit, which is regenning on block during special attacks and a little bit after. So yeah, this is going swimmingly. You can see we're in demonic range. It looks like we're going to get the mystic soul here, which is very huge for a fight later. And he's willingly throwing special 2s without me having to get caught by them, and then that special 2 does the trick. So very, very solid fight. Next up, Gorr. Pretty much a nothing fight for Purgatory. That bleed immunity is going to come in clutch at the beginning while he only has the bleed DOT to place. But I mean, even though this has power efficiency, that's where the mutant soul comes in. We're going to get 40% of that remaining power after a special attack, and it's going to come to us and give us power. So on top of that, retaliating the special attack will create openings, not only just because you're retaliating, but also because we will be unblockable thanks to Coda. So if we don't push him quite to a bar of power, we can back up and go smack him a little bit to get that bar of power, which is nice. So as I said, super simple. This fight pretty much goes south for Gorr the second we get into Demonic Rage, and we start laying on the damage, and he starts ticking away from degen. Plus he'll stop gaining the regen buffs eventually thanks to neutralize. So once we get that high enough, it's at 50% now. Once we get that high enough, he's going to stop regenning for the amount of health he's missing. So 50% here. We're in Demonic Rampage. He's melting away. We're gaining power like crazy thanks to all the buffs. And down he goes. Burst damage from Coda coming in clutch. Next up, Adam Warlock here on Footloose. You could play this cheeky. You could start with a Dex buff, use Rich Get Richer to your advantage, and then go from there. I think I just PS1. I weighed out the first set of buffs because I've taken this node before against a different champion. And having the mutant soul and the skill soul just kind of makes this difficult at the start, but a joke afterward. Once we get that passive slow, it's quite simple of a fight. So there's the first special one. We waited him out. We're at special 2. Armor breaks coming in clutch. That's going to get us our slow even faster instead of waiting for this degen to happen. Buffs prevented there, so that's nice. Didn't retaliate because wasn't sure. I just didn't retaliate. The buffs didn't trigger. And he's just melting away from special 2 attacks. We're not even in Rampage. He's near the 25% remaining. Stasis pod coming in right here. You got the evade. It's not a big deal. There's a passive slow. Waiting for the pod to end. He goes right back into a pod off the special 1. Take a few hits. Not a big deal. He heavies. We retaliate. And we end it with the special 2. So, easy fight, but also a fight we needed the skill soul for. The next one, I overestimate. I have time left on my invulnerability boost, so I just went in as is. And what I should have done is swap to PS1 for the early armor break, which means an early passive slow. This is Medusa on Mixmaster. Can't really parry and hit her. I have to wait out. The beginning of the time and the fact that she's going to auto block. And you can see here I'm just sticking to medium lights, and then she's at 3 buffs, so now I can't do the medium light. I can only do 1 hit, and I was trying to get into her block and it wasn't happening, and I should have blocked that special 1 there so that I could retaliate and get the unblockable, but retaliate with a special 1 here. She auto blocks it and then KOs me. So very unfortunate minor mistake. So we PS1 here. You see there's the armor break. Now I just need to wait for that to end to get the passive slow. She's going to get enough buffs to auto block, so I have to look out for that. But once we get the slow, I can constantly go in with 1-hit mediums to create space and back her up and build power. So she's slowed. So here goes medium, medium, medium. And this time, when she throws special 1, we block it, we retaliate, we get the unblockable. It's a longer unblockable, so we're able to go in and attack. There's an armor break. We're waiting for that to expire to get slow again. So I'm medium light, but forgot about the auto block. It's fine, we recover. Unblockable special 2. She's not slowed. Now she's slowed. Now we can go nuts, but I don't think I recognize it yet. I just noticed she's near KO, so I just go medium light and end it with a special 2. So still kind of a sketchy fight, but unfortunate that we dropped 1 just because of a boost. Next up, we have Thanos on Hazard Shift. with Conflictor. I believe it's Cold Snap and Bleed now. So here is where we needed the Bleed immune. And we have the slow. So this one I thought would be a lot sketchier than it is because of the Energize and the Conflictor. So we're very worried about the amount of power gain and how often he's going to be throwing special attacks. On top of that, can't really attack during the Cold Snap, only attacking during the Bleed. So got a slow early from the armor break. However, it's already off. But anytime we trigger an armor break, it triggers Conflictor, and that places a passive slow since our debuff from our kit was removed. So if it's removed or prevented in any way or expires, passive slow. So that takes care of the unstoppable. We have the regen into block during special attacks, so if we need to, we can block everything. And yeah, it's just spamming special twos when we have openings. Being kind of slow during the Cold Snap. Being somewhat aggressive during the Bleed, at least as much as we can. Cold Snap here, you see we didn't really have much of a window, and it's just from baiting so many special attacks. I'm waiting out Cold Snap. No counter punch charges here, so even if the passive slow was to fall, we'd still be okay for a few hits before we needed it back. And now we can be a bit aggressive during this Bleed phase. Throw a special one right away, that's good. Still at one counter punch charge, but there's a passive slow. Could have ended with a medium there, and then just thrown special two and let the degen take over. But I felt like I was hitting hard enough that I didn't have to worry about that. Back in the Cold Snap, most of it is gone. Decide to throw special 3 near the tail end of it so that we have the full time of Bleed to attack. Throw special 1 right away, good. Go in. Hit the last set of protection. Do some combos, special 3, and I think this special 3 ends it. Because their special 3's been hitting really hard, so that's the fight. Last fight of this war was the one I was most worried about, and it's continuing the saga of Purgatory versus Serpent. So we've got Serpent here on the crazy node 46, AoE, increase to power gain, to passive power gain, and now the hit into block increases or gives him some power, so we avoid hitting into blocks. Here, Neutralize is not going to come in clutch, so we have to outlast his immortality near the end. Luckily, Purgatory's damage is what we're really looking at here. We had reads, so that you're going to see me heavy a few times. It's keeping his power gain in check for a little bit here. The regen and block is super clutch here because he's going to start hitting really hard, especially if he gets a special 3 off, which he will. He just sort of turtles. He's playing ball right now, but about 50% of his health left, he decides he's not going to throw a special attack. And there's a point where I probably should have thrown a special 2 just to keep up the reads, and dealt with the fact that he wasn't going to throw special 1. I believe it's right here. So heavy, you would think after a heavy, please throw it, 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 please throw it. All right, I guess I'll, nope. Special 2, nope. There we go. Unfortunately, he's at special 2. We did restart the reads there. Unfortunate parry and trying to dex, and that's going to lead to a special 3 attack. Oop, nope. Special 2 against the wall. Almost didn't have enough room to avoid that as unblockable, so we almost lost our invuln there. Please throw a special 1. Nope. Got to back him up some. He doesn't back up at all. Special 2. So here, heavy, fine. We're going to go red. Full combo, get his health down. Hopefully we can get him into the immortality. Nope. Special 3 while he's not immortal. Special 2 off the wall. Please get him into that range. We're not in Demonic Rampage, so that kind of hurts with the damage. Luckily, the boost, the invuln boost, didn't trigger his crazy power gain. And here we go. So there's the power gain from immortality. Now we just gotta wait it out. Typically, you're gonna want to slow down your combos here and lean on your relic. And unfortunately, I lose my last hit of my invulnerability boost with that heavy I didn't see coming. So I throw the relic. I end with a medium, so I incinerate him, and I'm hoping that out of this special 3 and holding block will KO him, and it does. So by the skin of my teeth, I soloed that Serpent. We ended up winning that war 11-10, so good thing I soloed. That would have been a tie on deaths, and we would have lost on time. So unfortunate death to Medusa, but crazy purgatory 8-fight war, and it does not stop here. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit subscribe, give it a like, and I will catch you guys at the next war.